Hello, ATD Houston, and welcome to all of you that are new to us, and for all of you that have been with us before, welcome back. We're really excited to bring today's presentation. Welcome to ATD Houston 2021.
Well, then let's move on to talk about sort of an overview of the chapter, and then we'll get into a few specifics and highlight some things that we think will be of most importance to you. Okay, first of all, as you might imagine, we're a group of talented talent and development professionals, and our vision is to inspire talent development professionals to achieve their full potential. We obviously want to walk the talk, and our mission is growing talent development professionals through creative programming and networking to discover and achieve unprecedented levels of performance. I found the chapter to be an excellent place to learn from others who are really good in their fields. And for example, I'm not a techie at all, but boy, I've learned a lot that has helped me a great deal. So that's part of how we help each other in terms of those levels of performance. I'm going to just show you pictures and the names of our board of trustees. Always helpful once we're able to meet again. We'll introduce you to any board members that are present. And we've got a lot of great ones, and you've already met Sandhya. But these are also the different categories for committees that you can volunteer in. So you might be thinking about where you might like to volunteer when it comes to these different categories. So a great group of people. So really important to you is going to be, what are the benefits to being a member? And maybe many of us, maybe you just haven't had the time to check this out. So one of the great things, anytime, just by applying online, if you're renewing, you're going to get an email and you'll want to click on that email. There's actually power membership as well. And so let's look at what power membership is when you're both an ATD and a chapter member. So the international organization, which is kind of the mothership, and then of course we're the Houston chapter. So let's break that down so you can kind of see how each contributes benefits to you. So the chapter membership is more locally focused, so it keeps us connected with local people like yourselves. Whereas the ATD membership gives us access to practical knowledge, great resources, extensive research, courses, development, all kinds of quite extensive things. To give you a little more specific information, the ATD is industry-led content. So it's, of course, from a global view, from a higher up view. Career advancing educational programs. I've taken several certification programs. They're very good, taught by excellent people. Networking with over 40,000 members. That we have the regular TD magazine and e-newsletters. There's monthly webcasts. And then, of course, member discounts in the ATD store and more. I want to mention that in case you've been considering becoming a power member. ATD Houston is going to be targeted to our local community. As we've said, you can network with local professionals like yourself, discover great career opportunities, and also business development opportunities as well. Now, when we talk about member benefits, I always like to say, I think one of the most important things for me I like to mention, I actually was like probably some of you, I dabbled around in ATD for years, and but didn't really get that involved until I've actually been around for a while, 2006, when I knew that it was really good possibility that my job was going to be outsourced. And so long story short, I began to develop my network, and I volunteered, I began to get really involved. By the time I was laid off, which I was eventually, I'd established a good, strong network, and it made that transition to my own business so much easier. So I was really grateful to the chapter and all the great people you meet, all the ways you can get help, and just those powerful relationships. So look at things like our guest speakers. We have really good speakers, both webinars and when we go back to in-person meetings again. We'll probably have a hybrid, I think. I don't think all that's been decided yet, but at any rate, you get some exceptional people. Networking opportunities, as we've mentioned, seminars, webinars, workshops, professional development events, all of those things. We also have 2 conferences every year. The Tech Conference, which is coming up in April 22nd, and it's all virtual. And then we also have a fall conference as well. I do want to mention too, Precipio is probably one of the underutilized benefits we have, and we're in the process of putting this on the webpage so you'll be able to access it more. I'll show you later a little bit about it, but I want to mention it because it's this great repository of incredible information. It's you can get books, e-courses, you can get audio books. You can put this on your phone if you're taking a walk and you want to access blogs. It's just amazing how much information is in this, and it's part of your membership. You're paying for it with your membership dues. So you want to definitely log on to that. There's the URL, tdhouston.precipio.com, and you just use your regular ATD credentials to log in. I also want to mention there's a webinar next Thursday at noon that you can sign up for on Precipio. So she's going to highlight all the things you can do on it. I would highly recommend it if you're interested at all. You also get some great leadership experience. I want to do a real plug here. I found that by being on the board, I'm a past president and I've been on different committees, it really helped me build my skill set. In certain areas that I was lacking a little bit, I was able to get more experience in those areas through those leadership opportunities and experiences. It's also one of the great ways that you can develop relationships. So I'm a real big believer in the volunteer experience because it made such a difference for me personally. Now, in terms of programs and events, we've mentioned we have 2 conferences a year. Be sure to check out the tech conference. We'll have more details for you soon, but you'll see we've got a list of some really good speakers. I'm not a techie, but I love this conference because I find out all about what's coming up and lots of future forward thinking, and it's just real exciting and to find out about. And then professional development events as well as meetings. Another thing I want to mention here, and I'm going to be going to the website in just a moment, so I'll be able to show you in more depth some of these things, but ATD came out with a new capability model, and it's basically got 3 domains of practice, as you can see here: your personal capability, developing your professional capability, and then impacting the organizational capability. And I'll show you what is each of those sections is made up of. But what's really cool about this is it's like almost like a really in-depth needs analysis of yourself and your knowledge and your skills. And by taking the assessment at atd.org or td.org, you're able to assess what areas you might want to beef up to get more experience or to get more education. So it's very helpful in developing yourself as a TD professional. We also want to encourage you to subscribe to our podcasts. You can search ATD Houston on any of those areas and subscribe so you never miss an episode. And also you can, Precipio, you can download on your phone as well and access all that stuff we were talking about on your phone. So let's take a look at the website. Let's see. Sorry about that. Hold on a sec. Okay, so I've logged in, and I just want to show you around a little bit. First of all, you'll always see all the upcoming events. Here's that webinar I was telling you about that Skillsoft Precipio is going to be doing. So you can sign up as soon as we're off here or during this. And then here's where you can learn more about the tech conference. Also, we have a general meeting next week, on the 9th. So that'd be a great thing to go to as well. And then you'll notice we have job postings. We've got the latest TD insights that you can just click on. So we're accessing a lot of ATD International's resources as well from our website. You can access all our blog posts. Here's the podcast, and you'll notice even on the tweets, we definitely advise that you check out our social media because we access all kinds of great resources here as well, keeping you up to date. And in terms of, I wanted to show you one thing. I mentioned we have some really good webinars. In fact, many times I'll be busy and I miss it. So I want to make sure to mention that up here you can click on the our YouTube channel and access all kinds of great information, prior webinars that you might have missed. So I want to make sure to show that to you. And of course you can Facebook, here's where Scott was talking about actually you were talking about LinkedIn. So you can access all of our social media as well. The other thing I want to show you is under About, you'll see the ATD capability model in more detail. What I like about this is, let's say you're interested in speaking, or that's another thing you can do for the chapter is you can submit a proposal to speak at one of the meetings or one of the general interest groups. And if you do, or if you're looking to build your skills or development in a certain area, if you look here, building personal capability, it shows you the specific categories that would come under that particular one. So like one of you was into project management, for instance, you could maybe propose to speak about project management. But the point is, you want to be able to see if you're speaking or you're developing yourself, what are the areas under each of these capability domains? And this is where you can find that. Now you can go to td.org and get a lot more information, including the assessment, but I just wanted to show you there's a good snapshot of that here. And now if I could take you back for a second, a couple more things I want to show you. Here's where you can volunteer. So if you just click here, volunteers, there's an online form right there that you fill out. And it gives you, you can give us information about what you're particularly interested in, and then we'll do our best to match that up with what the needs are. And then the other thing I want to show you is, here's the, if you'd like to do a presentation, whether you're a consultant or you work for a company, anybody can fill out a proposal to be a speaker. And it also shows you here, this is what I was going to show you. On the event tab, the event calendar, you can just click on and find what's going on in any given month. And then here's where you're under membership, is where the application is for somebody that is going to be signing up this month. This is another thing I want to show you, the talent development referral service. This is where, let's say you're a corporate employee and you're looking for a consultant to help on something. We have the talent development referral service where you can look and see they're divided up into different skills that consultant works in. And so you're basically looking over, what do you think you need? And you can find a consultant here, or you can by searching the directory, or if, let's say you're a consultant and you'd like to join, you can just click here to register for the group. It's only $50 for a year. So it's a really great way to both showcase your abilities and what you do, as well as seek out consultants. All right, and I think I've pretty much covered. Here's where your blog, I do one other thing. Here's where you can go to our blogs. And one of the first things you want to do if you have joined or you haven't gotten around to this or you're about to join is log in, and then you can update your profile, which would be right here. So you click on it and update right there, view your profile, and you can update it. The other thing you can do is, if you're interested in, talking to somebody like Scott, okay, we can look them up right here under the membership directory. Or you meet somebody in a meeting and you'd really like to talk to them further. All you got to do is search them, and we don't even have to know, I bet. Well, there may be a lot of Scotts, I don't know, but there you are. See, Scott's the first Scott, so that made it pretty easy for us to find him. Just remember his first name in this case. So I want to make sure to show you that so that you can either call or email or connect with them on LinkedIn, just a way for you to do that. I also want to show you real briefly Precipio, the page. You just sign up, and it's really easy to do using your ATD credentials. Here's the URL, tdhouston.precipio.com. When you first sign up, it'll ask you for your areas of interest, and because there's so many things in this repository that you narrow it down by listing your interests. So here's some of the things I've put on that I'm interested in. You can get badges by completing courses. But the other thing to show you, it's pretty cool, is this. Debbie Richards was just telling me, she's a immediate past president. She was at a conference and somebody mentioned a book. So instead of her going on Amazon and ordering it, she just searched it. I'm just going to say, I don't know what it was, but let's just say project management. It was on something technical because Debbie's a master in that. But it'll show you all kinds of resources. Okay, but here I can just say, hey, I'm just really interested in an audio summary or book summary. I thought that was pretty cool if you don't have time to read it. I found job aids. You just YouTube video, whatever you're looking for, you can find it by using this search filter. So it's very helpful. So that's just a quick snapshot of those two things. Just wanted you to see those. And let's go back. Okay, so we explored the website. Any questions before we move on? Anybody have a question or comment? You can come off mute before we move on.
Precipio is great. Amy, thanks for walking us through it. I'm looking at it as you were speaking.
Okay, great. All right, so we'll move on then. So get involved, you know, and again, I was mentioning to you, I was sort of on the sidelines for quite a while, kind of interested, but I don't know, I'm not a shy person, but for whatever reason, I didn't get involved. But that's where things start happening, is when you get involved, because that's when you can really start to get to know people and just showcase what you do. It's a great way to showcase your skills. So anybody that's looking for contract work or a job, it's a really good way to let people know what you can do. And you just meet so many nice people who can help you as well. So those are the areas, basically our committees, it's marketing, programs, finance, CTNs and SIGs, or special interest groups. Right now we were doing these virtually, but again, we'll probably do some of them at maybe a hybrid eventually. And then of course, membership. So any of those you're interested in, we'd love to tell you more about it. So next steps is come to an event. Remember, you got two great choices just next week, the general meeting and the Precipio webinar. So check them out and then decide, what do you need? What can you contribute? Join and be active. Join our networking groups that Scott told us about. And then lead, some great leadership opportunities as well that you can demonstrate your talents and abilities. And again, build strong relationships. Speaking is another great way, whether, again, anybody in our chapter who would like to speak can fill out a proposal. And I would highly recommend you check out the ATD model again to connect your presentation back to one of the 3 domains. So update your profile is another thing. Make sure you got your picture and explore the website, and then just attend an event if you're a new member. And then if you're a potential member, I hope you'll join this month. I hope we've convinced you that it's a great deal anyway, but especially right now because you can get the discount, so you can just apply for membership. We have some time for any questions or discussion. Maybe there's something right now you'd like to talk about. So let's.
Maybe it. What a
All right.
productive meeting. Thank you so much for that.
Yeah, thank you everybody for coming, and I will, just so you know, at membership@tdhouston.org. Thanks, guys.